He controlled billions of dollars. He commanded an army, invisible yet unstoppable. And yet, he could trust no one. Every ally whispered in secret. Every friend hid a dagger behind a smile. In Mexico, reaching the top isn't safety. It's a target painted on your back. Power and loyalty are illusions, and betrayal waits patiently in the shadows. So what really caused him to fall? Nemesio Rubén Oseguera Cervantes, known as El Mencho, was born in the poor villages of Mexico, dreaming of an empire that no one could challenge. He started with small, local smuggling operations, but quickly learned the rules of the game: secrecy, power, and fear. Every decision, every move, was carefully planned and executed with deadly precision. Tunnels under cities, hidden laboratories, invisible routes, all served his web of control, a network where power was measured in fear. Allies respected him, and at the same time, feared him. Enemies tracked him, but they didn't know how close danger really was. His name, Nemesio Rubén Oseguera Cervantes, soon became a symbol of power, wealth, and fear across Mexico and beyond. His empire grew fast, and many began to compare him to Pablo Escobar at the height of his power. But unlike Escobar, the shadows around him were darker, betrayals closer, and the stakes deadlier. Every meeting, every transaction was a test. Who was loyal, and who hid a knife behind their smile? The secret network that gave him power was now becoming a trap. Every tunnel, every contact, every decision could cost him his life. And he was not yet aware of it. His empire grew, but danger grew even faster, quietly and relentlessly, in shadows that no one sees. And in those shadows, power was just an illusion, and betrayal lurked around every corner. By the early 2000s, El Mencho had transformed from a local smuggler into the leader of one of Mexico's most feared criminal organizations, the Jalisco Nueva Generación Cartel. His operations expanded rapidly, spanning multiple states, and even reaching across international borders. Drug shipments moved through hidden routes, often under the eyes of authorities who could never fully trace them. He built a network of loyal enforcers, men willing to do anything to protect the empire and punish betrayal. Rival cartels tried to challenge him, but each attempt only strengthened his reputation. Violence escalated, but it was precise. Carefully calculated strikes that sent a message: El Mencho was untouchable. Money, weapons, and influence flowed like blood through the veins of the organization. Yet power came with shadows. Betrayal lurked within his own ranks. Allies who had sworn loyalty sometimes plotted in silence, and enemies hid traps behind friendly faces. Every expansion, every shipment, every deal was a calculated risk. One misstep could trigger a war, or even cost him his life. And through it all, the world began to take notice. Governments, law enforcement agencies, and rival gangs all realized they were dealing with a figure as notorious as Pablo Escobar at his peak, but far more elusive. El Mencho had mastered the art of survival. Every decision, every command, every risk reinforced his grip on the empire. But in the shadows, threats multiplied. The same network that gave him power also contained seeds of his potential downfall, and each day brought him closer to the edge of chaos. El Mencho's death in a violent military operation shocked the nation. He was critically wounded during a shootout and died while being transported to the hospital. But what if that fatal operation had never taken place?